Hey guys, welcome back to the Woolen Homestead. This is a video podcast, talk about knitting, crochet, spinning, paper piecing. I started doing that now. It's so fun. So yeah, this is podcast episode 100. How cool is that? So in June we hit the 5-year mark of this channel, which was really exciting. I can't believe it's been 5 years. That's really bizarre, but yeah, super exciting. Today is August 12th, 2021. It is about 10 in the morning. It says it's 75 degrees outside, but I'm upstairs, so it's also a little bit stuffy up here. But yeah, and my name's Tiffany. I don't know if I mentioned that part. But yeah, you can find me on Instagram as the Woolen Homestead. I have an email for the podcast, which is thewoolenhomestead@gmail.com. There's a P.O. box if you want to send snail mail. All that info is in the drop down. So for overview of the podcast, I've got one finished object. I've got a handful of whips, which is works in progress. And I've got some acquisitions. I started a new craft, like I mentioned, paper piecing. And I got a bunch of life stuff. So yeah, lots to talk about. So, first of all, sorry I didn't podcast for pretty much all of July. I think I podcasted on the 1st. So, a lot has happened. A lot has happened in that amount of time, actually. But we'll get to that towards the end of the podcast today. So, for my first finished object, or my only finished object, really, I have my summer sock camp socks. So I was participating in, or still am, I guess, technically, summer sock camp, which is hosted by Kay from the Crazy Sock Lady podcast and shop and designs. And these are the socks that I cast on right at the start of summer sock camp, which was the beginning of June. And the colorway, well, the yarn is spun right round, and then the contrast, I totally forgot to write it down, but I have the tag in my bag here. It is Dreaming Color Yarns Everlasting 8-ply sock yarn. So yeah, it is really 8 plies too, which is really neat. It's nice and sturdy. But I did the contrast color heel turn, which Kay had put a tutorial up on her YouTube channel. And I thought that was a lot of fun, and then I just matched the toe with it. So it's spun right round the Chimera colorway, and oh, the colorway for the blue is Brilliant 712. And yeah, I did 64 stitches, heel flap and gusset, which I use Kay's heel flap and gusset pattern for that as well, which you can pretty much find, I think, in all of her patterns if you have any of them. And also I use the toe that she uses. I really like her patterns a lot, so I've been using the heel and toe for that. And yeah, I love these. Oh, this is also her Snappy Socks base, which I don't think she carries anymore. And I have the makeup of that in here too. Yeah, Snappy Socks, 75% superwash Corriedale, 25% nylon. 434 yards for 100 grams. So yeah, that's an old colorway that I had, but I was always just kind of keeping it around, saving it, and I really like how these turned out. So yeah, very happy. Oh, and these sock blockers are from Knitography. Patricia, you can find her on Instagram as P4Chen. So that's the letter P, number 4, and then CHEN. Those as well. So yeah, sorry if I can't tell if I'm sounding weird or not, but I'm upstairs. Ethan's sleeping downstairs. He worked an overnight last night. But I have got my hearing aid, which I'll talk about later too, but I can just like hear my voice amplified, so I might be talking a little bit quieter than I need to be. I'm not sure. So sorry in advance. So yeah, I just use size US 1 needles, signature needles. Oh my word. I use the DPNs and they are wonderful. Big fan, big fan. They are great. 64 stitches, like I said, a heel flap and gusset. So yeah, glad to have another pair of socks off the needles. And now I will move on to works in progress. So my biggie is my Slipstravaganza shawl by Stephen West. So it's in this bag from Fringe Supply Company. I got another pin on there. This one is from Serena from Wild in the Woods. I've had that one. And then this one is my Mean Girls one that my coworker got me. I love that one. It says she doesn't even go here on. I just realized you probably can't even read that. And then this one I just got. This is from my in-laws. They got it when they went on their vacation for me. Isn't that cute? My mother-in-law likes to knit too, so they went to a yarn shop in northern Michigan. They saw that and got that for me. So that was really sweet. So, yes, my shawl. I have been working on this constantly. This has been my biggie. I pretty much work on this solely. I'm gonna try and stretch out so you guys can see, because I'm on the final section, which is really, really exciting, but it's a big section, so it's gonna be a minute. But my original plan was to have this done by the time the next one comes out. I should have it done by the time the next one comes out, I would hope, but I don't know if I'm gonna do the next one or not. I'm feeling a little burnt out. So I do love this shawl though, I really, really do, but I just kind of feel like I want to tend to some of my other projects before I start another mystery knit along. But we shall see. I might get some, you know, feel like I'm missing out and go cast on anyways. So this is my shawl. So there's my progress keeper. That is a Simply Serving clay charm. I just love this one. Every time I look at it, it just makes me happy. It's a little pet rock with glasses, little pink cheeks, and he's sitting on a book. It's so cute. So that's where I was at last time. So this is what I got done in a month, and I'm actually pretty happy with that. Usually I'm kind of, you know, not super happy with what I've gotten done, but these are long rows. These are over 900 stitches now. So, so yeah, this is what the final row is starting to look like. It's like a chevron all across, and you'll use one of each contrast color. So I just finished the first contrast color row, and I think I'm gonna do the full big border. I think I'm gonna love that because I love a huge shawl, so I just want to make it as big as I can, and I'm pretty sure I'll have enough yarn for it. So yeah, that is the plan. But yeah, this sucker is huge, and I put on my cable extenders so I could do this. But oh, I love it. I love it so much. I actually really cannot wait to have this done so I can wear it and block it out and just have it in all of its hugeness. I just think it's so pretty. That's why I'm torn, because I really do love his shawls a lot. I've done 3 of the mystery ones. So I've done Speckle and Pop. Oh, Texture Time. That was the other one that I did. And this one. So I think I love the size of Texture Time, and I think this is going to be like that or even bigger. Speckle and Pop wasn't as big, so, but I like, it has like really pretty like points on it, and I liked that. That was really cool. Like I said, I just have so many other projects going that I kind of want to work on them. Like, I'm really missing my blankets, even though it's summer and it's hot, and I probably wouldn't work on them anyways, but I'm just really like wanting to get to those. But we'll see. Like I said, it could be, you know, the week he announces it, which usually he announces it in September, and then it starts in October. And I don't even know if I'll have this done by the time he announces it or not, but we shall see. But I have a feeling he's gonna announce it and be like, okay, I'll do it. So we'll see. No pressure. But I'll talk about the yarn I'm using. So this is one of our old colorways. So my husband and I, if you're new here, my husband and I used to dye yarn. It was also called the Woolen Homestead, and this was our Tiny Dancer colorway. Which, speaking of dyeing yarn, I need to add this to my notes. I forgot. I want to talk about we have a utility tub, which is very exciting. And has to do with dyeing yarn. So this was our orchid colorway. This is, I always have to look this one up, but it's got alpaca in it. Let me see. Yes, alpaca with a twist. Socrates is like the yarn line. Alpaca with a twist is the brand, and raspberry gelato is the colorway. And then I've got Madeline Tosh light, and that is the Pop Rocks colorway. I really like using singles. It's so fun. I love it. Yeah, so that is my Slipstravaganza. I love it. I really do love it. Like I said, I'm just kind of missing working on my other projects, and I know I could. I just put this silly deadline for me that I want to have that done before the next one starts. So it is what it is. Oh, I didn't talk about my t-shirt. So it says Sanderson Witch Museum, home of the Black Flame Candle. So this is from Hocus Pocus. Ethan surprised me with this t-shirt. I love it. I was looking for one and I just couldn't find the right one, and he found this one for me and got it, and it fits perfect. Got it on Amazon. Love it. So I'm already into the fall mood. I don't have my pumpkin spice creamer yet. I need to get my coffee creamer still, but I can't wait. All right, so that is it for that. Next is my morning coffee socks. Where did I put those? So this is a new cast on. This is another crazy sock lady pattern. So before I show you the socks, I really want to show you guys this project bag that it's living in, because it's really kind of neat. So this is just a little tiny tote. It's really tiny. And it says Pringles Music Company, St. Louis, Michigan. It's got a little grand piano on it. This was my my parents' music store. So they had it for over 20 years in St. Louis, and yeah, so I grew up there. The first 8 years of my life was in a music store. So that's kind of neat. I was really excited when I found that bag, because I thought it would be really fun to use as a project bag, because it's just the right size. So yeah, but I haven't really worked on this in a while, but I cast this on, I think, the beginning of, well, probably just after I podcasted last. I think it was the beginning of July. But it is really cute. So it's just a little simple pattern from Kay, and I really like it. I've been wanting to knit this pattern and wanted to try something, because I don't love knitting pattern socks, but if it's like really simple, memorizable, I'm all for it. It's just when they're like kind of heavy lace, I have a harder time with that. But I'm knitting them on Magic Loop, which I haven't done Magic Loop in forever, but I am loving it. These are Chowgoose size US 1, and they are just it's super enjoyable. I'm really liking this method. I haven't done it in forever. I used to not like it. No, I love it. So it's kind of funny how that happens, how stuff just kind of changes. But I'm really enjoying that. This is the yarn. This is another one of our old colorways. This is Nymphadora Tonks. And so it's a super pale pink with a bunch of brightly colored speckles on there. That was kind of my thing. I loved throwing all of the color on the yarn. I loved it. So yeah, I'm enjoying that. I haven't been working at it a ton. But that was another like sock camp cast on I thought I would do. So I doubt those are going to be done before the end of the month, because that's when the knit along ends, but still a lot of fun. And I'm doing the same for that, like I always do, size US 1, 64 stitches, and I'll do the heel flap and gusset and a rounded toe. That's my favorite. So next is brand new cast on. I cast this on last night. So it is a pair of socks for Ethan. So this is as much as I've gotten done. It is worsted weight yarn. This is Patons classic wool worsted, and it's this really pretty Marl gray and white colorway. I'm using the pattern Wool Ease Basic Socks. I think that's the name of it. I'll double check, but it is made to use the Woolies brand from Lion Brand, that yarn. But I've made these socks before, and I've just used Patons before. I've used whatever kind of worsted weight I wanted, and it works out really well. So actually the first pair of socks I knit for Ethan was this pattern, and then I shrunk them like not very long after. So we'll try again. But I always make a pair of socks for Ethan for his birthday every year, and he was saying he could use some thicker ones for hunting in his boots, so I was like, heck yeah, I'll do some worsted weight socks, no problem. So the large in this pattern, it's a free pattern, but the large is 48 stitches, and these are size US 3 needles. So yeah, these should fly. I'm hoping his birthday's in October, so I should have plenty of time to get those done. But I thought that'd be really nice to have for like some more purse knitting, because the sock camp socks were my purse knitting, so now I needed something new. So yeah, that will be a lot of fun. Nice thick and quick socks to keep his feet warm when he's hunting and it's really cold out. So yeah, that is it for my works in progress. I really feel like I had some more. I felt like I had some more, but I mean, I have plenty more, but I haven't been working on them. That's pretty much what I've been working on. I guess we will go into acquisitions. So for my first acquisition, this actually came also not long after I podcasted last time, but it required a little bit of assembly. So I haven't even gotten it fully together yet. But it's my jumbo flyer from Ashford. So this is for my Ashford Kiwi spinning wheel, and it came unfinished because it's a little bit cheaper to buy it that way, so we just bought it unfinished, and then Ethan helped me do a tongue oil finish on it, so we did that together. That was really fun. But so it comes with a Lazy Kate, so that's really cool, and I just kind of put these in here haphazardly, so I think I need to secure those a little better. But so it's got a Lazy Kate for it, which I was really excited. I didn't realize it came with one, so that was cool. These are the bobbins. How awesome are these? So I've got, these are the regular sized ones. So fun. So I'm really excited about that. I don't plan on doing any art yarn, and maybe I will someday, but it's not in my immediate plans. But I wouldn't mind doing maybe like a bulky, or even just playing a worsted weight yarn I was having trouble with on my spinning wheel. So even just for that, it'll be nice. This is the flyer. So it's got this big old orifice here. Look at these hoops and everything for it. So yeah, I'm excited. So there's just a bunch of pieces in here, but they're at least all finished now and just need to be put together. So hoping to do that today. Give that a whirl. I haven't spun all summer, which is weird. Usually I actually spin more in the summer. So that was kind of weird. I don't know why I haven't done that. I think mostly because I've been working on that shawl so much, but yeah, just weird. So I definitely want to get back to spinning. But yeah, that was actually, I bought that as a birthday present for myself, like a week before my birthday, which was back in May. And then there was kind of a mess up with getting it shipped, you know, with supplies and stuff like that. So it just took a while, which was fine. And I told the people, it was from the woolery, they'd apologized up and down. And I was like, hey, it just makes my birthday last longer, and it'll be a surprise when it shows up. And it was awesome. So I had gotten the shipping information by the time it had shipped and everything, so I knew it was coming, but it was exciting. So no worries on my end. And let's see, Oh, I did a Crazy Sock Lady purchase from her shop. So just before she closed down her shop to move into her office and to get prepared for her online shop launch, I made a purchase from her Etsy shop. I got just a couple little things that I've been eyeing. I have been dying to try these little snips that she's been showing. So they're just these tiny little scissors that where the end comes off, but it stays attached. Set these down. So yeah, the little end stays attached to it, so you don't lose the cover. And then they're just little tiny snips. So I really like those. I think they're adorable. I kind of wish I would have got one in every color. She had 3 colors, but I'll just have to get it next time because I love them. I also got a Scrappy Sunday pin because I love Scrappy Sunday. I have not been doing much with Scrappy Sunday lately, but I love it. I love all the Scrappy projects. I feel like that's where my heart is. I love blankets. I love scrap blankets. It's so fun. And then I got this wood burned Team Cuff Down Progress Keeper. So cute. So I'm gonna put that on, I think I'm gonna put that on Ethan's socks that I'm knitting right now. I love cuff down. I've done toe up and it's cool. I like it for if you're not sure how much yarn you've got and you're worried you're gonna run out. I like it for that, but I love cuff down. It's my fave. Okay. Oh yeah, my row 1 yarn subscription. I've had 2 come since I talked to you guys last. So the first one, Lane and Lotus Fiber Co. This was the first one. And so this is just a monthly mini skein subscription that you can order. And it's so fun. Like I said, I love scrappy projects. I love mini skeins, and I just thought this was a really, really fun thing to try. I've always wanted to try it, and I got it during the month of my birthday, and I figured I'd just keep it for a couple months and see what I think. So I'm not sure when I'll stop it, but I'm sure eventually I will. But right now I'm loving it, so I'm gonna keep it going. But what I like about this one is I feel like a lot of them really go together. I think it would be really fun to do scrappy socks with this. I've actually never done scrappy socks, believe it or not. So I thought that would be a lot of fun to try because I think I would be obsessed with them. And it came with this little progress keeper, which is a little lotus. So cute. And then for this month, this one is Ash and Bumble, which I had heard of them from the Crazy Sock Lady podcast as well, and always loved what she had showed from them, so I was really excited to get this. Oh, so fun. So fun. So yeah, I've really been loving getting this. The progress keeper for that was an ice cream cone, and I must have left that downstairs. Oops. But yeah, it was just a little ice cream cone. It was really cute. Oh yeah, so I've got a couple books here that my mom brought me. My mom came to visit last week, and she knows I like making blankets, so she went through her book stash and brought me over some books to take a look through and see if there's any that I wanted. So this one is so fun. This has got to be from the 70s, I believe, but this one's really neat. It's got tons of different Afghans in here from Better Homes and Gardens. Yeah, 1977. And oh, it's just so cute. Let's see if I can find a good one. I guess it has other stuff too. I didn't realize. Some of it's really like intricate, like really tiny lace. This one. It's kind of fun. I actually really like the one on the cover, and that one's in here as well. But yeah, I want to get back into doing some granny squares. But yeah, so there's a couple other books. There's this one. This one. I haven't even looked through all these. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this one on the back has this, it's like a fabric cat, and we totally had this growing up. Mom, I didn't even notice this was on here. I love it. My grandma had this, and I'm almost certain we had it as well, but I know my grandma had it. But that's so funny. Actually, I'm almost certain my mom made the one for my grandma too, so. Afghans to treasure. This one looks intense. Victorian Afghans. So most of these are leisure arts. Extra easy Afghans. Maybe I'll start there. I love easy, mindless knitting or crochet. That's my jam. So yeah, that was fun. Oh yeah, and the only other acquisition was the sheet pin that I showed earlier. That little guy. My in-laws also got me a really cute mug that I should have brought up here, but it's a little warm up here today. So hot coffee was not, I should have made iced coffee. Why didn't I think of that? I should have made iced coffee. Probably because we got the AC blasting downstairs, so it's really nice and cool downstairs. That's probably why I didn't think of it. So, oh yeah, so the next thing I want to talk about is my new craft, paper piecing, that I'm really excited about. So I haven't, oh, and it's also got an acquisition with it too. So I haven't done this much since my mom was here, so I want to do it so I remember it, because I don't want to forget. But the nice thing is I can just video chat my mom if I forget, and she can help me out. But she made me this really sweet little project bag. I decided to put my paper piecing in here. So she's been quilting a lot, and she loves doing like the scrappy quilts. So I think that's where I get my love of scrappy things from. But what's cool about this one is you can just fold it down, and it has a little boxed bottom, and it'd be perfect like sock size. I was also using it as like a yarn cozy earlier when I was working on my shawl, my Slipstravaganza shawl, but then I decided just to put my paper piecing in here, but I'll probably move that to something else that zips up so I don't lose everything because it's so tiny. But yeah, it's really fun. So while Mom was here, she's been doing a lot of paper piecing, and every time I see it, I'm always like, oh, I think I want to try that. But I knew that it would take up time from knitting, and so I wasn't quite ready to take the plunge, but I was like, okay, I want to learn it. So these are the two little ones that I made. I just have to take out the inserts still, but it's super relaxing and super mindless, and I just think it'll be nice for, oh yeah, there's a little kitty. So those are my 1/2 inch ones, I think. Or are these an inch? It might be an inch. My mom's probably talking to the computer right now saying what it is. Thanks, Mom. And then there's these tiny ones. So my mom made up a bunch of these tiny ones, and she had me try these out just to see if I liked doing these. I think I like doing the bigger ones better, but I figured I'd just put these together and maybe make a little coaster or something. But yeah, these little tiny ones are so cute though. But I think I like the bigger ones just a bit better for right now while I'm learning. But she's making a really gorgeous tablecloth or a runner for Christmas. Oh, it's so pretty. She was working on that while she was here. It's they look like stars. They're paper piecing stars, and oh, very pretty. So yeah, I think that's a new thing that I will continue to delve into because it's really fun. So that is it then for all of the crafts that I'm doing, all of my acquisitions. Now I will move on to life stuff. So like I said, it's been a pretty busy month, which I feel like everyone's kind of going through right now too. Summer seems to be busier, you know, because you can go outside, you can do things more easier than in the winter. at least here in the Midwest. And which I don't know if I ever mentioned that too. I'm in Michigan, if you don't know that, but that's where we're at. But yeah, so a couple of the big things that happened since we last chatted was we finished the basement gym. So that's been really cool. So Ethan and his brother were working on that last time we spoke, and it's so neat. I'm gonna put some pictures in here if I can remember, because it's really cool. I love it so much. It's so fun to go down there, which is really exciting because it's more encouraging to go, you know, to work out and just, you know, lift weights, anything like that. It's so fun. So I've been loving that. We have a nice TV down there. You can sit, like the other day we were down there and Ethan set up a, I was on the stationary bike, and he set up like a mountain biking video. So it was like, it looked like you were doing the biking. It was so fun. It was so fun. I like almost lost my balance a couple times because I was like really watching it. It was so funny. But that's been a lot of fun. Ella loves going down there. It's so funny. Benny doesn't like the steps to go down there because they're like, we have a couple of these steps. Well, actually both staircases in our house, the one coming up here and the one going down to the basement, are tiny. Don't know why, but they're not wide at all. They're really tiny. Like, even for me, I'm a size 9.5. I have to walk like sideways. Like, you have to put your feet out to the side, almost like you're like a ballerina, like walking down, like with your feet turned out. But yeah, it's so for Benny, he's got hip dysplasia. He's our 10-year-old. Well, he'll be 10 this year. Yellow lab. That kind of freaks him out. But for Ella, she's like thump 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 thump, runs down the stairs and loves being down there. It's so funny. So we went to our ZZ Top concert. So that was July 17th, I think was that. And that was so much fun. Got to see my brother, his wife were there, and it was a lot of fun. So we got to hang out together and chat, and which is cool because they live 3 hours away, so I don't see them very often, and it was so much fun. And then what was really sad though is, I don't know if you guys haven't heard or not, but Dusty Hill, who was one of the members of ZZ Top, he passed away 11 days after we were at that concert. So that was kind of crazy. That was really sad too. And it was kind of like, looking back, we were noticing, you know, he was sitting down a lot and things like that. So that was really sad, but we feel very blessed that we got to see them live, you know. Oh, it was so cool. Let's see here. Oh, that same day I got my hearing aid. So that was really exciting. So just like I had said, I got it that afternoon, wore it around for a couple of hours. Once we got there, I had it on for a little while too, because it was, you know, still like an hour or two before the concert started. Just give me some time to adjust with it, and then I took it out once the concert started, obviously, and then I actually put in, even though it was outdoors, I put in the earplugs just because my ears are a lot sensitive nowadays, and it just made me feel a lot better. So I put in the earplugs, could hear everything fine, and yeah, it was really, really fun. It was really fun. So yeah, I got my hearing aid. I got it at Costco. That was actually where my doctor from University of Michigan, that's where he recommended that I go. He said you can get it for a really good deal, and they're just as good as from any other place. So that was a lot of fun. I had a really good experience with our Costco hearing aid people. They were really nice, and really, really happy. We're lucky. We have a Costco in our town. Just a few years ago, they built one. So that's been very nice to have. The brand is Jabra Enhance Pro something something. I don't remember what the last part of it is, but that's the one that I got, and I just have one. Actually, you might be able, well, you probably won't be able to see it, but I pin up as a bobby pin, I always pin up my hair because, oh my gosh, if any of you do wear hearing aids, the hair rustling drives me crazy. It drives me crazy, and I have gotten more used to it. Oh my word, but half the time I just put a bobby pin up so the hair doesn't rub on the mic. I don't know, that just makes my blood boil. I can't stand it. But other than that, I've really gotten used to it. It took me about a week to really get used to it. The first couple days it was exhausting, and because your brain's not used to hearing those sounds anymore. And I'd have to take it out every couple of hours and take a break. But now I can wear it all day at work. I just use like over ear hearing protection, like because I'm a dog groomer, whenever I blow dry the dogs, I use that. And that's worked out great. So yeah, I'm so happy, so thankful. I love this thing so much. It's been such a gift to have this, and I love it. But yeah, the hair rustling's awful. The worst, but I'm sure I'll get used to it eventually. Oh, and then last week my mom was visiting, so that was a lot of fun. She came over for a night, and yeah, we just hung out. We watched Good Witch again. So when my mom came to stay with us when I had my surgery back in October of 2019, and we binged Good Witch when she was here. She was here for like 4 or 5 days, and that's like all we watched. And oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. It's just wholesome, Hallmark Channel, you know, just love it. And so there was another season on Netflix that I hadn't seen, and so we watched that. And so good. Just loved it. And we, you know, did the paper piecing, we knit, and oh, it was just really enjoyable. I loved it. So yeah, what else? Oh, this is funny. Well, it's not funny, but yesterday I had my very first bee sting. I have never been stung before. I got it. You probably can't even see it now. It really went away, but it was, oh yeah, you can. It's this little red dot here, but Ethan and I were going for a walk, and we were just on the sidewalk in town, and went by this corner that had really pretty flowers. It was just gorgeous. And I noticed a bunch of honeybees. Excuse me. And I thought they were really, you know, I've come to not be really bothered by, well, I say that now and then I have like a freak out, but usually I'm not really bothered by like honeybees or bumblebees, because I generally know they're not as angry as like yellow jackets. But I still don't love them, but I can like see them and not like want to just run away. But apparently there was a yellow jacket around, and Ethan's wondering if maybe there was like a nest nearby or something, and he was just being a jerk, but because he just decided to sting me. But yeah, he just figures there must have been a wasp nest around. And because we were just walking right by, all of a sudden I felt it. And okay, so I have been terrified of bees all my life, like terrified. Like I said, I've never been stung, and I've always been afraid to be stung because my dad was really allergic and my brother is really allergic, and and I have horrible allergies, but I don't know if I'm allergic to them or not. They couldn't test me at the allergist, because he said if you've never been stung, if you are allergic, the first sting doesn't do anything. So if they were to test me, it wouldn't do anything, and then it would just potentially put me at a higher risk, you know, if I were to get stung. So yeah, so now that I have been stung, I'm hoping, because I think I'm actually due for a test here soon, that I can go get tested and find out if I am actually allergic or not, because it'd be nice to know. But nothing happened. And you know, there's also a chance that I could have been stung when I was really little and I just don't remember it. But as far as I know, and as far as my mom knows, I've never been stung, but except now. But I had a moment. When it happened, I like felt it, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I was like, Ethan, I think I just got stung, and I like put my arm out. I was like, I can't look, please get it off of me. And I was like crying because I just like panicked, because I've always been so scared. So thankfully he was with me and he got it off, and it was fine. Like nothing happened at all. Like I just panicked, but but now I am a little more nervous, because like they said that you have your first sting and then you might react. If you are allergic, then you could have a reaction the next time. So like I said, hopefully I can go get tested soon and find out. And then either carry an EpiPen or Benadryl with me. And maybe I'm not allergic at all. That would be the best thing. I really hope that's the case because I'm allergic to everything else. So I hope I'm not. But yeah, in a way, I'm also kind of glad it's happened because I had always been so worried, like, what was it gonna feel like? And it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It's annoying, you know, I can still even feel it today, but it's just more annoying than anything. So yeah, that was my dramatic escapade yesterday. And then the other thing that's been happening here is storms. Like we had two days of storms pretty bad. Like yesterday, no, not last night, but the night before, there's a really wicked storm that came through, and thankfully we never lost power, but like a ton of people in our town did. When we went on our walk yesterday, we saw tons of trees that were down. So many trees that were down, and like all of the tree, you know, removal places are just like on every street, you know, just trying to get it out. But yeah, we just had a big branch fall in our backyard, which is kind of crazy because you can see like it came down like a javelin, like it struck the ground. You can see a big old mark in the ground and then it fell. But that's way towards the back of our property, and so it wasn't anywhere near the house, which is good, but just kind of crazy. And then last night there was another storm, but I don't think it was as bad. At least that's what I've been seeing on like our community Facebook page and everything. It doesn't seem like it was as bad, but some people are still without power all over our state, and I think even the Midwest in general, so that's really nuts. So yeah, just crazy. I'm very thankful that we still have power. But yeah, I think that's it for me. Hopefully there's not another, you know, month that goes by before I speak to you guys again. I don't know what the deal is lately, but yeah, I keep saying this, I really want to do some vlogging. I kind of miss doing that, so hopefully I'll start doing that again because that's fun. But yeah, I hope you guys are well. I think that's all I have to talk with you guys about. And like I said, hopefully I'll talk to you guys soon. But yeah, all right. Have a good night, guys. Bye.